Okay, we're recording. Y'all don't even know what I just had to go through to turn the camera on. I had a tick in my flowers, I had a crooked camera, and a daughter don't know how to follow instructions. I said, it's like scratching a back with an itch and you keep missing it. That's what she was doing. And I wasn't even planning on making, hey Lyndon, she walks through. I wasn't even planning on making a video. But I'm sitting here going, I need to do this, and I have limited supply of this. So if I don't show y'all now, you ain't gonna see it. Oh, speaking of, I wasn't even planning on debuting this yet either. But y'all check it out. Huh? Check it out. I'm the messy middle. My daughter's over here is like, she's 14 rolling her eyes at me. She just did a cringe look. Cringe? Yeah. Okay, you gotta go away until I finish this. My chopsticks? The chopsticks are in your hand.
These are way too flimsy.
Okay. Now that we got through all of that, what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do today, is I'm making elderberry simple syrup. And the reason why I'm making elderflower simple syrup, there's a big difference. It's not elderberry simple syrup, which would be more medicinal. This is elderflower simple syrup. And yes, it can be medicinal, but I just call it yummy. We are blessed to have a plethora of elderberries on our property. Very, very, very blessed. However, I still have a hard time harvesting the flowers because that's where the berries are going to be. And I was like, oh, I don't want to harvest too many flowers because then I won't have enough berries. Y'all, I've got 2 freezer bags full of berries in my freezer for the past 2 years. And bags of dehydrated. So I think I'm safe to get a little bit of the flowers this year. This is what I'm doing. Is we harvested, you don't have to have a lot. And we do have a lot more, but that are blooming, but you don't want to get it to where it turns, the flowers start to die stage. You want them where they're nice, pretty, and white. Some of these have wilted because we've left them in here for 24 hours, and that's okay. If you know how, I'm not going to go into elderberry ID, but there are some lookalikes, so you need to make sure that you properly know how to ID your plant before you decide to make food out of it. Confirm it with at least 3 trusted sources. Anyhow, first thing you got to do, I went to go push play, and I swear there was a tick crawling in here. So I hollered for my husband because we've had so many ticks, and then we're sitting here debating if it was a tick or not. He told me it wasn't. I said it was, but I just didn't want it on my stuff. Anyhow, you want to give these a nice little soft rinse or soak before you go to do this. There's another little bug. You don't want bugs in your stuff. They are attracted to these flowers. Who isn't? Because elderflowers are beautiful. They're fragrant and they're yummy. I wouldn't go deep frying them, but I do want to make a simple syrup out of them. And when you make the simple syrup, you can use it for several different things. We're going to be making our own homemade elderflower soda. You can also use a simple syrup to flavor things like your desserts. You can flavor your coffee, your teas. It is yummy. So that's why I wanted to get on here and show you about making it. So I'm going to take all of my elderflowers. I'm just double checking one more time for a bug, y'all. I do have it. There it is. Little itty bitty bug. He said, I need reading glasses for my reading glasses. Nope, that was a squishy one. It wasn't a tick. So you're going to put it in your light water and rinse it off. Be careful not to spray it hard because you'll knock all the flowers off. You want to make sure that you only have flowers. Then you're going to get you a saucepan. Put all of your flowers in it. Now, I like to wilt any of my herbs or my things that I'm making like this for 24 hours to reduce the water content in them. Because you don't want water in your stuff. They'll cause it to go bad. And any simple syrup recipe is super easy. 2 to 1. 2 cups sugar, 1 cup water. That's it. And then whatever else you're going to put in it. So if you're going to flavor it with strawberries, I just made a strawberry simple syrup for a strawberry soda. That is yummy. But this is going to be your elderflower simple syrup. Now, I will probably use this to flavor my coffee in the morning, but it's going to be predominantly for rosettas. So 1 cup of purified water, 2 cups of sugar. I just got this bag, that's why it's like this. You can use cane sugar, you can use raw organic sugar, you can use for simple syrup. I've never used a sugar alternative, so I'm not quite sure if that's the 1-to-1 measurement or not. I'm just making regular old sugar simple syrup. And it's always 2-to-1 for the sugar and the water. And then normally, these are flowers and I didn't chop them up and process them. But normally if you're doing, well, fruits or anything, it's 1 cup of the chopped up processed fruits. I was a little shy in that last cup, so I'm going to go a little over. There we go. Now I'm going to bring this to a low simmer for quite a bit. I want to reduce this just so it's thick. Not too much, oops, to where it turns into a hard candy. Just a low simmer to help get all those flavors and everything out. And I'll probably let it stay at that low simmer for about 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to kind of do TV time here. I'm going to pause the camera for a skinny minute, let this simmer for about 10 minutes, and then I'll go back to you. Lyndon, will you pause the camera for a second, honey? Just to pause, not to stop. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. See, wasn't that quick? It didn't take 10 minutes at all. One thing I forgot to mention, if you guys like this apron, I do have it available in our little link tree thingy, the link for that. They're super cute. I love them. And it's one size fits all. I'm a big old gal. And I ordered an apron for myself off of Etsy with a cute little chicken in it. It didn't do what it was supposed to do here. So my little daughter, who's a size 0, it's hers now. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to have to make my own. So here we got the messy middle because life happens. And you can find the link to this in my link tree thing. So after you get this done, you see here? Can you see it? Everything just kind of wilts down. And I know a lot of people think, okay, well, it's 3 cups of product when you make simple syrup because you got 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of water. It doesn't work like that. It just produces 2 cups of your end product, not 3. So you're going to get a fine mesh strainer to get all the little bits and pieces. I love this little cannon jar thingy, and your mason jar, and a lid. If you don't have this, then you can use something else. But you definitely need a fine mesh strainer. You can get these online. You can get them at coffee places. Any place that sells cooking supplies has them. I think I've even seen them at the hardware store where they sell canning stuff. So you're just going to want to strain out your sugar, water, and all of your elderflowers. And I like to sit and let it cool. That way all the flavors really have a chance to meld with that, to infuse with your sugar water. Ooh, look at that. It looks like a jar of pea, y'all. I'm such a kid. So here we go. That is your elderflower simple syrup recipe. And it's a great way to use some of those extra flowers. And this makes a yummy lemonade. I forgot to tell you about that. It makes a very yummy lemonade. We make our own, well, we used to make our own fresh squeezed lemonade for the farmers markets and at our coffee shop. And I would do 2 fresh squeezed lemons in a great big, and one of those great big lemonade. I can't remember how many ounces that used to hold in it. And I would do 1 ounce of the simple syrup and 2 fresh squeezed lemon with the rest of fresh water and some ice. It was, so you'll try it. But that's it. So that is how you make your elderflower simple syrup recipe that you can use in lemonade. You can use it in your desserts and stuff. You can use it in your sweet tea. You can use it like I'm going to do in our homemade ginger bug soda. And when we get to ready to make that, I'll share that with you too. But I figured I was in the kitchen and I'd jump on here and give y'all a little how-to video. If you have any comments, questions, or other thoughts, please just let me know. Y'all, thanks for joining. We'll see you next Monday.